Hey, good morning, Cadre. I'm back. Took last week off because it was my son's birthday, but here today, and we're going to do another Bad Blade review. Been some big storms come through, very windy, harsh, and cold, and that usually causes me to break out a little bit from the wind. So I purposely picked a blade that I have high expectations for, just because my skin's a little rough right now with the winter weather. This blade, I believe, was sent to me by Mr. Dave in Kentucky. I believe. I could be wrong. Could have been somebody else, but that's besides the point. So we'll go into that. But first, I've been continuing to use this soap since I completed the Chiseled Face Ghost Town Barber, so that one's all gone, so I've switched to this, and I've been using Serenity from Soap Commander since. This is the 3-ounce tub, which in my opinion is the perfect size tub from Soap Commander. I wish they would do their whole soap line in these, because I love their soaps, but 6 ounces of soap is just way too much, in my opinion. I much prefer the smaller quantities of soap from Artisans now, mainly just because I've got so much soap. But anyway, so I've got that going. It's a hard veggie soap, so I always bloom it. And I've got a Sterling fan style brush there. And then with them, I haven't actually purchased from them since they switched to having the alcohol-based aftershave, so I've still got the balms. But the balms are good, and I actually like it with the winter weather. So anyways, let's jump into the blade. What I'm going to be using today, and we'll load it up into my timeless razor, so I get that ready. It doesn't really have I wrote on it just so I knew what it was. This is I believe they're pronounced Wizamet Super Iridium blades. They go under the main brand name, which is Zilatech, which my understanding translates to basically Gillette in Polish. It's weird. We'll get into that in a minute. Basically shaving, in a sense, but it's synonymous with the brand name Gillette. Piece of information I found. All right, so we're going to go ahead and load this up. Basically, all it says, I had to get some of the glue dots off, Super Iridium, extra stainless, and we'll get going. Okay, we're all loaded up in our timeless razor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you guys, I'm going to build my lather, get it applied, and then we'll be back and we'll start talking about this blade. I've got quite a bit of information, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. So the Wizamet is a super iridium blade. So they do come with an iridium coating on stainless steel. Iridium is just a dense, it's very dense, iridium is. It's like, from what I understood, it's like one of the second densest material. And it's put onto the blades and other sharp objects because it helps maintain edges, which makes sense because any type of research that you do on this blade, or what many people say is its counterpart and is the exact same blade, is Paul Silver. They're both the main super iridium blades on the market. Admittedly, they will last a very long time. I pushed a Paul Silver for 2 weeks and finally just tossed it. People have used them for month long, couple months. They last a long time, especially if you want to pull out the tricks to maintain the edge. So these come from Russia, and they come from the Gillette factory. If you remember, the super iridiums come from the Gillette factory as well. So there are hundreds of theories out there that these are the exact same blade. I'm going to be honest right now, I couldn't find anything to signify that yes, they're the same blade or they're not the same blade, but they're out there. And if you remember, Paul Silvers are currently my number 2 blade. They're fantastic. I loved it. And so far, this is reminding me of a Paul Silver. Very, very good. I've learned through this journey of bad blades, I prefer coated blades. For whatever it's worth. I do. I used to think that there wasn't that big of a difference, but as I've compared them all against each other and I've developed this big, massive list, you just can't. The fact's there. I put them towards the top. It's plenty sharp. And I think it's at least Dade and Kentucky's, could be others, or it's like their primary blade. So other blades that come from this Gillette Russian factory, Astras, a lot of the Gillette 7 o'clocks, some of the Gillette Silver Blues, Sputnik, which is another, that's a Teflon coated blade that's really high up on my list that I love, the Permasharps, and Paul Silvers. So there's a lot of really good blades that come out of this factory, and a lot of people think that they're some of the best. The only thing that I could find, and here's my theory, just based off of first pass alone. I'm going to do more research tomorrow before I finalize everything. But based off of my initial thought is that this is the same blade as the Paul Silver. And with the information that I discovered about the additional name that's on the box, which is Xylotech, I think that the Super Iridium Wizamet is marketed in like Polish and German and those types of markets, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pause you guys, be right back for pass 2. All right, so like I said, I think just based off of one pass and research, primarily research, I think they are actually the same blade. I wouldn't put it past them. Other smaller companies, right, they don't have the money to do what Gillette does. So I have a feeling that's what's happening here. It's the same blade, they're repackaging. If you compare the markings on the actual blade to each other, they're like the exact same. You can't even tell the difference between them. So literally all it's doing is that once they get them in the white wrapping paper, they're then either packaged in a Wizamet box or they're packaged in the Paul Silver Super Iridium box. I don't know. But I also believe that just based off of what I found and with the cost of Iridium and with it being, I wouldn't surprise me if that's what they're doing. Instead of developing two completely different blades that they're going to put an Iridium coating on. Just my opinion. The shade is fantastic. I mean, just after this one use, I can see why many people make it their preferred blade. Some people claim that they can tell the difference between the Paul Silver and the Wizamet. I could see myself maybe trying to use both of them and seeing if I can figure it out. But just initial impressions, to me, they're the same blade. That's my opinion. Pricing is a little unique on these blades. They're kind of all over the place. Anytime you search Wizamet, Paul Silver pops up, probably because that's more of the Americanized version of it, I guess. Yeah, but anyways, 20 to 25 cents per blade is probably what you're looking at. More expensive blade, similar to the Paul Silvers, but you're not going to find them on any of the mainline sites. You're going to find these on eBay primarily, and a couple of other third-party sellers that have created websites as well. So I'm going to pause you guys, rinse. We'll be back for a post-shave and final thoughts. Be right back. Okay, so I already applied my Lucky Tiger which I've been kind of treating similar to like how I treat witch hazel. Really been liking it, especially in these colder weathers with a little bit of extra added benefits. I'm extremely close, like BBS pretty much. I noticed one little spot when I paused over here, so I touched it up. So got that pretty good, so no problems there. Guys, this is a good blade. We're gonna find out tomorrow when I push it the distance and continue to use it the rest of the week, most likely, because it is a good blade at minimum. But I have a feeling that this is gonna be put right up there with the Paul Silvers, and I'm okay with that. So basically, if you like these blades, assuming that I can't find anything else more definitive as I continue some research over the next little bit, I would make the argument that you can basically use this blade. You can buy either, and you're going to pretty much get the same thing. It's my initial opinion and thought. Could change. So we're going to apply this balm. The last thing I wanted to talk about is I got a couple of YouTube comments. I think everybody on the cadre that comes across these understands, but I think YouTube might not. Just a reminder, this series is called Bad Blades. It doesn't mean that every single blade that I use is bad blades, right? Like people are like, this isn't a bad blade, what are you talking about? I know it's not a bad blade. It's just the name of the series, it's evolved. If you want to, head over to The Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com, and you can read more details about it. But yeah, it's not a bad blade. It's all about, it started out that way, where it was kind of like, send me your worst blades, and I'm going to see if I can find a good one out of it. And it just evolved into this. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the ride. We're continuing it. I've got a lot of blades left to do. So there you go. That's that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Those of you that are on YouTube, check us out at theshavingcadre.com to get more information. Those of you on the cadre, I'll see you on the pages. Have a good day, guys. Bye.